Franklin Pierce. Key achievements and events as the 14th President of the United States. During his presidency from 1853 to 1857, Franklin Pierce faced significant challenges and made notable contributions to American history. Here are 10 major achievements and events from his tenure. 1. Kansas-Nebraska Act. President Pierce signed the Kansas-Nebraska Act into law in 1854, which repealed the Missouri Compromise of 1820, and allowed for the possibility of slavery in new territories based on popular sovereignty. 2. Bleeding Kansas. The passage of the Kansas-Nebraska Act led to violent conflicts in the Kansas Territory, between pro-slavery and anti-slavery settlers, known as Bleeding Kansas, highlighting the deep divisions over the issue of slavery. 3. Gadsden Purchase Ratification. Pierce's administration successfully ratified the Gadsden Purchase in 1854, acquiring additional territory from Mexico, to facilitate the construction of a southern transcontinental railroad route. 4. Ostend Manifesto. In 1854, Pierce's administration was involved in the drafting of the Ostend Manifesto, a diplomatic proposal advocating for the acquisition of Cuba from Spain, which ultimately faced opposition and was not pursued further. 5. Pacific Railroad Survey. He authorized the Pacific Railroad surveys to explore potential routes for a transcontinental railroad, laying the groundwork for future infrastructure projects that would connect the east and west coasts. 6. Foreign policy. Pierce pursued a policy of expansionism, and sought to expand American influence in the Western Hemisphere, although his efforts to acquire territory in Cuba and Central America were met with limited success. 7. Treaty of Kanagawa Implementation. He oversaw the implementation of the Treaty of Kanagawa with Japan, negotiated by his predecessor, which opened Japanese ports to American trade, and established diplomatic relations between the two countries. 8. Ostend Conference. Pierce convened the Ostend Conference in 1854, where American diplomats discussed the potential acquisition of Cuba from Spain, raising concerns among European powers and abolitionists in the United States. 9. Democratic Party unity. Despite growing divisions over the issue of slavery, Pierce worked to maintain unity within the Democratic Party, although his support for the Kansas-Nebraska Act ultimately contributed to the party's fragmentation. 10. Legacy. Franklin Pierce's presidency is often overshadowed by the controversies surrounding his support for the Kansas-Nebraska Act and the escalation of tensions over slavery, but his administration played a significant role in shaping the events leading up to the Civil War.